Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out. What? Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out. Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Today I am in the studio. It's content day, so we are about to knock out some content for one of my clients, and I'm gonna bring you guys along the journey with me as I set it up. So real quick, here we go. Just showing you the studio setup and what it looks like. We are at Maker's Gym. White wall. We have a couple papers. We may use those today. I don't know for sure just yet. I also brought a few lights in the case, which I'll show you. All right, so this is my timber box. I recently just got done talking about this box and what I love about it. But what I have is two 150Cs in here, and then I also have some Amaran T2Cs. Today, we're only going to use one of these 150Cs because we're just doing a small talking head. So we're going to set that right over there. And we are going to also, in this case, is our FX30, which we'll set right here. Boom. And we have a light in here, a little backlight, hair light that we might use. Yeah, it's the Amaran TC T25. So that will be a little hair light over here. And we're going to, of course, boom, right here. So we have our port keys, monitor cord. It's the 0.3 twisted coil cable. Brand new, just came out, which we're going to be using today with our FX30. So get with me as I go ahead and set this setup up. I think that we're just going to do one key light. Make it soft with one of these big octaboxes, and then go from there.
You can tell that I make it look easy. It's a cheat code. It's a free throw. If it's so illegal, you can tell that I make it look easy. It's a cheat code. It's a free throw. If it's so illegal, yeah.
The game is strategic, I'm bobbing and weaving. Don't argue with demons, okay? Okay. Ain't nothing between us, vacation on Venus. I mean it, I'm somewhere you ain't, okay? I feel like I'm Jordan when I turn the mic on a dangerous cycle. I make you a rival, I pray for the title. We making the finals, I pray we don't spiral, I pray we don't. I wrote out the vision, been focusing winning. Don't try to guess me, you know that we driven. Nothing get past me, you know we ain't slipping.
All right, so this setup is one of my favorites because what I do is I will put a plate on the side here, and we will add it right here. So let's just go ahead and move this one. Move that there. And then we'll just take this plate here. Click in. Boom. Lock it down. Uh-oh. Perfect. We locked it down right there, just like that, as you can see. It's locked in good. And now we have the vertical angle of this shot that we love. So here we go. We got Stephanie over here. She is about to do some recordings. You can't really see it on screen, so I'll show you guys later. And there it is. Yeah, that looks perfect. She wanted to do blue. If you look closely at her dress, she has a little blue, so it creates a nice little accent. Isn't she glowing, y'all? She's definitely glowing. But there we go. And I'm gonna cut this light on as a hair light. So this is the Amaran 25X. It just adds a nice little pop of hair light on her, as you can see right there. I'll show you real quick. So we cut it off. So you boom, boom, right there. Just nice little pop right there. We're at 74% on that shot here. So we're about to get into it, and I'll let you guys just see some of the behind the scenes as we go through it. Cool.
Team is on 10, man, I promise we different. Scotty and Dennis, we killing opponents. This ain't what you want in no way. Yeah, I know it ain't fair, we just taking it there. Hope it's coming through clear.
You can tell that I make it look easy. It's a cheat code. It's a free throw. If it's so illegal, you can tell that I make it look easy. It's a cheat code. It's a free throw. If it's so illegal, yeah. You can tell that I make it look. You can tell that I make it look. You can tell that I make it look. Double take or a second look, bruh. tell that I make it look easy. You can tell that I make it look easy. You can tell that I make it look easy. Ain't no wonder why I got 'em shook. Easy. Easy.
That don't make it sound salesy. So I think it's okay to sound salesy sometimes because you have to also keep in mind that when you're developing content, that the reality is, truthfully, you should be able to take one of these or two of these and put into a sponsored ad and say, hey, like think about when you're scrolling through Instagram, we always see these sponsored ads, but you should also have sponsored ads going out to people that are further than your reach. And there should be at least one or two of these reels that you should be able to do that at any time of the month. Mm-hmm. And so it has to be salesy so that you're able to push yourself further than what your audience or the algorithm will allow you to receive. Mm-hmm. I say that because, working with the dentist office, that's how they bring in their clients. They're not bringing in their clients just by having conversations. They're bringing in their clients because they created an ad. When you look at any local business, definitely in these smaller towns like Salina or Plano or Frisco, well, they're not small, but even still, as a new business, the very first thing that any marketing agency does is they say, let's create your ad. And that ad can play across any platform, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok, whether it is Google. You need something that has that sales. And yeah, it's not comfortable. None of us like a salesy pitch, but that salesy pitch is what stops that person that's like, I have been looking for that and I don't want to deal with the stress of that.
Yeah, so I need to be posting stuff that's not necessarily for the people who are following me.
Absolutely. You got to be posting for people that are not following. Reality is, when we post, it's not for the people that's following us. It ain't for their entertainment. It can be for their entertainment, but it also needs to be for, this is a business. Yeah. And I need you to look at me as a business, not just as a person that is providing you information. Yeah. Because that's what pushes the real client to say they're not just professional, but they're knowledgeable. And not only are they knowledgeable, they're a business. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So.
Oh, and also we gotta talk about my book because my
right, so here we go. So guys, we did a quick interview setup. We switched the room up, as you can see here. So we're just doing a one camera angle, but we have the 150C. You know, people always talk about how they need larger lights and big lights. Well, I'm about to show you how we're going to do an interview with a 150C right here. And that, of course, is the key light. And then we have our TC2 is just giving us a nice little backlight here. And you know what, while we're at it, we're going to throw in just a small hair light just to create a little bit of separation and show you the final product. So stick around. All right, and that's a wrap. So as you see, we have the Amaran 150C, 25C, and TC2 lighting our subject. And then we're running our port keys. We're using the new port keys 8K cord that they sent over to us, running it into a 7-inch monitor from Port Keys, and then of course the FX30.
I was inspired to write The Travel Agent's Guide to Planning a Destination Wedding for the couples that I will never probably have the chance to meet. This book is to give them the opportunity to learn about the destination wedding process and what it takes.
Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out. What? Here to show up and show out. Here to show up and show out.